Two explosions from the TPC plant have literally shaken Mid-County.
You could feel the heat from it about a mile away.
We have experienced a very significant event.
Shattered glass, collapsed garages, homes rocked to their cores.
We are so relieved to be home.
The evacuation order has been lifted and people are safe to return home.
We will get our schools back in working condition before Monday.
And as everyone returns home, officials are asking people to stay away from the plant area. This fire is still going on, but they do believe they have it contained.
Tonight, tens of thousands of people are finally back home and ready to move forward following the TPC explosions in Port Neches. The blast shook the city and raised real fears about safety. So here tonight are the top 3 things that you need to know. Number 1, the fire at the TPC plant is not completely out. In fact, you may still see flames and some smoke. Crews plan to let it burn itself out. Number 2, be careful if you find any debris in your yard. It could be contaminated with asbestos. The plant is that old. In a minute, we'll break down what you need to do if you find the debris on your property. And number 3, as people get home, they're certainly assessing the damage. Windows, doors, and frames of buildings will all need to be checked. So we're going to begin with the damage that no one wanted to find. Busted windows, the cracked ceilings, the doors that are unhinged. We have team coverage for you tonight here at 10. Our William Blanchett is talking to business owners. Let's start, though, with Jordan James. He is near P&G High School.
Folks around here are excited about returning home, even though that means repairing all the damage left behind from Wednesday explosions.
Immediately, the evacuation order lifted.
Thousands returned back to Mid-County as soon as the announcement was made.
Just wanted to get in, that's the thing. We waited for that press conference. We watched it. As soon as it was over, said, okay.
The TPC plant explosion, which sent thousands scrambling, left damage throughout the area. Mike Tobias woke up Wednesday to the blast, followed by the sounds of his ceiling caving in.
Will this scare people off from living here, including me? No. This is just the reality of what it is. If we were a mining town, it'd be a mine. If we were a lumber town, it'd be, lumberjacks.
Unlike most folks across Mid-County, Johnny Vaught has decided not to return home.
I don't care what the TCEQ says or whatever they're called, the air quality. I'm not going to breathe that smoke if I don't have to.
Vaught has worked in refineries for the past 30 years and believes it's too soon for folks to be returning.
Just don't want to take a chance on breathing that if the wind changes direction again and it's blowing right through my window.
Despite his concerns, Vaught knows how crucial the petrochemical industry is to Southeast Texas.
Our whole economy is based on this stuff. You have no idea how many chemicals and what all these places provide for the country, and for the world.
As the fires continue to burn, most folks around here say they're here to stay.
This is where we are. This is home.
If you had any damage to your property or home as a result of the TPC explosion, you're encouraged to call their hotline. We have that information posted on our website at 12newsnow.com. Reporting here in Port Neches, Jordan James, 12 News.
Jordan, thank you. Looking ahead, the next step for a lot of you may be bringing in home inspectors to search for hidden structural damage following the explosions. We've heard today from several homeowners who report broken beams in their attics and columns that were jolted out of position. It is unclear if the TPC group will cover that aspect of the damage. And it's not only homeowners dealing with this mess. A lot of Port Neches businesses along the avenue were rocked by the blast. Our William Blanchett continues our team coverage with how they are bouncing back, Will, just in time tomorrow for Small Business Saturday.
That's right. I talked to owners and managers at 4 businesses along Port Neches Avenue. You can see it's very quiet right now. A lot of these businesses cannot wait to reopen. If you drive down Port Neches Avenue, it won't be hard to spot the aftermath of Wednesday's TPC explosions.
It blew out the front windows, which is pretty extensive considering the thickness of these windows.
Dana Evans is hard at work cleaning up. Evans owns the property off of Port Neches Avenue. She says as soon as Friday's evacuation order was lifted, she didn't hesitate to race back to work.
This is going to be, the Historian. It's going to be an event venue down below, a hotel above.
Next door, the Avenue Coffee and Cafe got pounded by Wednesday's blast. Boarded up windows now cover the building. The company told 12 News they have cleaned up and are ready to roll at 7 a.m. tomorrow for Small Business Saturday.
It affected all the local businesses on the avenue right here.
Luckily, the Neches Brewing Company was left untouched. The owner, Tal Blunt, says he knows it could have been a lot worse.
You kind of think about it sometimes, but we kind of get complacent and not, kind of take it for granted that we are living in an area where something like this could happen.
It was quite an experience. It was scary.
Roxanne Angel works at the Cherry Tree. She just returned.
Some items on the floor were knocked from the shelves, and of course, pictures on the wall.
I think it just made us very aware again to the dangers that are there, but we still love this area. We're still not going to move away.
These businesses are counting on you to help with that recovery.
Just hang in there. We all always kind of pull together, and we're going to get through it.
Now, the owner of the Neches Brewing Company says he plans to name a beer after Wednesday's explosions. That's still in the works. Again, most of these shops plan on opening back up tomorrow for Small Business Saturday. For now, I'm live in Port Neches. William Blanchette, 12 News.
And Will, before we let you go tonight, we have to thank you for 3 years of service to Southeast Texas. Will is leaving us his final broadcast tonight, heading back home to Houston. Will, we just wanted to say thank you for all of your excellent coverage.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate all the help and what you've done for me to make me a better reporter. From the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Will. It's been a pleasure working with you. We will miss you. Will live for us tonight in Port Neches. All right, not far away, let's talk about what's happening at Port Neches Groves High School. The kiddos, really all P&G ISD students, will get an extra day of vacation. Classes for P&G will be canceled Monday while workers make emergency repairs following the TPC explosions. The superintendent reports damage at a couple of campuses. Port Neches Middle School and the high school certainly the closest to the plant. We've seen busted windows and some minor structural damage visible from the road. We asked to go inside, but administrators said at this point they're not letting anyone inside until the facilities have been properly cleaned and repaired.
We just want to make sure that our kids are safe. We want to make sure that our buildings are structurally sound. So other than that, I think that we're ready to go.
Superintendent Gonzalez went on to tell us they have 150 workers involved in the cleanup. Now, weather has played a huge role for us in the TPC fire, and tonight the focus turns to some fog. Tomorrow, maybe rain and storms. Patrick is here for us in our Storm Tracker Center. Good evening to you.
Well, sir, I think I've got some good news on both ends of that. Taking a look outside, the fog has really come back up. The fog is not as bad as it once was earlier this evening. That's the good news. Visibilities have come up 7 to 9 miles in the triangle, and the warm front has pushed on off towards the north of our area. So that's some good news. Still want to be cautious tomorrow morning if we get some more redevelopment. The other news is that, at least for the triangle, the severe threat, I think, has weakened. And just going to be very limited to the amount of instability in the atmosphere tomorrow, plus we're capped. So I think most of the severe weather, if we see it at all, will be north of the area. There's still a slight risk of severe weather up into Tyler, northern Jasper, northern Newton counties as a cold front swings through the area. And rain chances, we'll give it a 70% coverage in the lakes and about a 50% coverage in the triangle. More on your forecast shortly on 12 News.
Patrick, thanks. Let's get back to the TPC explosions in Port Neches. We know many of you have pieces of debris in your yard, so be careful. Judge Jeff Brannick says it could contain asbestos. The TPC plant is that old. Judge Brannick says don't pick up debris.
If you find upon your return to your home that there's a white chalky substance of any type or block or something that's a half-round pipe covering, please contact that number for the TPC helpline and report that. Do not touch it.
That is the message tonight. Not even the metal pieces. Don't touch. Simply call the hotline. There it is on your screen, 1-866-601-5880. Now, at today's news conference, officials also addressed ongoing concerns over air and water quality, both still being monitored at this hour. Our 12 News investigator, Lauren Hensley, tells us what the TCEQ numbers reveal.
We pressed officials yet again today about air quality and drinking water concerns. The question we keep getting from people returning home is my air and water safe? The TCEQ released the results of 22 air quality samples that were taken today in Port Neches, Groves, and Port Arthur. Many of them were taken using handheld monitoring devices. Out of those samples, no volatile organic compounds or VOCs were found. But Thursday, trace amounts of VOCs were found at 2 locations near the plant. There have been no returns of butadiene or benzene in the 200-plus samples that have been collected over the past 2 days.
We had nothing about the threshold limit values that are established by federal and state guidelines, and no exceedances that pose hazards to human health.
We've learned water testing is underway. Jefferson County Judge Jeff Brannick says an outside contractor named Clean Harbors is testing the water southeast of the TPC plant. Workers will use water booms, skimmers, and boats. We've reached out to Clean Harbors asking for results, but we haven't heard back. We will continue to monitor the air quality reports from the TCEQ. We're committed to keeping you informed and holding TPC accountable. Lauren Hensley, 12 News Investigates.
Meantime, tonight, several law firms have already taken aim at the TPC group. They have filed lawsuits in response to Wednesday's explosions. Brent Kuhn & Associates, Provost Humphrey, and the Ferguson law firm are among the attorneys that have taken legal action against TPC. Brent Kuhn & Associates filed a petition and temporary restraining order that will force TPC to preserve evidence. Provost Humphrey filed a class action lawsuit against TPC for those homeowners and businesses that suffered property damage. And the Ferguson law firm has filed both a class action lawsuit and a temporary restraining order. You can read more about this process on 12newsnow.com. Tomorrow, the Red Cross shelter at Ford Park will close. The doors will be locked at 4 p.m. Then a shelter will be opening at First Baptist Church in Nederland within the hour. Nearly 200 people spent Thursday night at Ford Park. Hundreds more stopped by for meals. Faith has helped a lot of people get through this week, and we saw the damaged windows at First Methodist Church on Knoll in Port Neches. Their pastor says they will be back for special services this Sunday. Just up the street, things are returning to normal as well at St. Elizabeth Catholic Church. Bishop Curtis Guillory will celebrate a Mass of Thanksgiving with the parish at 10:30 Sunday morning. And our coverage of the TPC blast continues on our 12 News Now app. You can read more about the debris collection and the ongoing cleanup. Also, make sure you turn on notifications for local news so you can stay up to date all weekend long. Ahead after the break, a suspected terrorist shot and killed in London, the aftermath of that attack, and a deadly bus crash involving people who were on a cruise that left from Galveston. What we've learned about the victims.
And some patchy fog in the morning, but I think the first half of the day should be fairly quiet and a little better chance of rain as we head on in towards the evening hours, courtesy of our next cold front. Details straight ahead on 12 News.